Yeah. We are back for episode 4 of the Busy Doing Nothing podcast. I am your host, Mr. Freeminds. To my left, I have
Taylor, aka Doc. To my left, I have
Lee.
Just Lee.
I'm not going to elaborate.
Yeah.
We got a special episode today because not only do we have alcohol, we have brownies. And today's drink of the day is Buchanan's Deluxe Blended Scotch
We were
Whiskey.
saying it right, Buchanan.
I put like an extra H in there first. Buchanan's. No,
Buchanan's.
there is one H in there.
Now, before we even take the shot to taste how much to grade its taste, I give this 1 point off top for functionality because you had to watch how we had to pour these in the cups.
Let's demonstrate.
All right. So as soon as we take this shot, I'm gonna show them why they got -1. This is a steep shot, yo. You trying to kill me? All right.
I don't ever finish my shots. I always straight my
All
head.
right. So,
God.
oh god, yeah, no, that tastes like Hennessy.
It tastes like paint thinner.
It tastes like Hennessy. Oh, and it tastes something else in there too.
What
know
is
what
that
that is.
aftertaste?
It's paint thinner.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no, this gets a 1.
Ooh, that's
Now,
nasty.
I would have given it a 2.
Oh, the aftertaste.
The aftertaste is terrible.
Oh,
What
God.
is that?
Chemicals. Like, it's just chemicals.
Buchanan, no. What are you doing? Where's the soda?
This is an old man drink.
making that face.
This tastes like old man. Like
Yeah.
old man drink. For real.
Old man laundry.
Let's
like,
get some of that up in there. Anybody want some soda?
Yes, please.
All right.
Jesus. Oh, my God.
That was awful. That gets a 1. Maybe just half a point.
It really sticks with you in your mouth. Like,
Yeah.
That's nasty.
You want some soda, yo?
I got it right here. That is nasty.
And you know what? After last episode, and I
I'm gonna
said I
need-
think this is a reflection upon my selection. This does it. But the thing was, I went to the next scale of price. I was like, okay, maybe if I buy a more expensive bottle, we might get a better drink. And I bought a more expensive bottle, and this is the worst thing I've ever had.
This tastes like an old white man's drink, honestly.
Yeah,
This
I
is
can
like-
taste the racism in
Yeah.
this. That.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, never again. But the reason why it lost a point off top was because, you know what, I'm just going ahead and call this drink racist. Was because it doesn't even pour. When it pour, you gotta shake it. And look like you
So
got
it's
like
old racist
yeah, like this was made for white
Old man.
old people,
Parkinson's hand.
85 and up. Ugh, yeah, no, that's awful.
It
Racist.
tastes better with the Coke. I keep
It tastes better with the Coke.
I hope so.
Oh.
I have some Coke.
Let me see.
That's probably not going to help. It's just going. No.
Oh, man. Oh, let me stop.
I mean, the
Let me stop there.
aftertaste is gone.
Like you pour it in a nursing
You don't
home.
really taste the aftertaste anymore, but like
So, you
that was terrible.
give your last words to your kidneys today, because this is definitely gonna.
Yeah, usually, and I'm gonna say, usually after we have our drink of the day, I take that bottle and I just drink the rest of it.
This is
at my
something that you're
leisure.
gonna have forever.
That's not gonna go. Like that's not.
That's just.
That's one of the ones you put in the back of the refrigerator.
Now it just tastes like.
and hope it freezes.
It tastes like you left your cup somewhere at a party
Oh,
full of people who smoke cigarettes,
and they
and they
put
all
the
drop their
ashes.
cigarette butts in your cup.
Ew, yeah.
That's what that tastes like now. Like this was Coke, but now it's cigarette butt
Drink.
fluid. Like
No,
that's nasty.
that's yeah.
One.
I'm sorry, guys.
-1.
Yeah,
-1.
that gets us. I don't.
That's why I
look,
have my friend here. Look, like, good day.
Right.
To
You thought
have
ahead.
good day to have my friend.
But I feel like by the time you finish that, you're not gonna want nothing else to drink.
no, I'm not.
That's gonna probably go until
Man,
something else, some other time.
this is gross. Like, this is the top of top gross.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done
Definitely
this
worse than the wheat liquor.
But I thought I was doing better.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know why. I just,
That one. This is the
ascribed-
worst one so far.
I ascribe like, all right, if I buy a better bottle, it'll have better quality. It'll taste better.
Clearly not the
No.
case.
I might have to take a week off from the
Maybe
from
they
the
just
drink of
like
the day.
maybe they
I
just
might have to let
like
somebody else steer that shit
Yeah.
for a week. Cause
probably
Yeah.
like man at this point I'm starting to think like the better look in the bottle like they zhuzhed the bottle up because the liquor.
But this bottle don't
inside.
even look good. Like the bottle doesn't even look that appealing. It almost
No,
looks like
it
Mickey
looks
Mouse.
like- yeah, okay,
Because
it looks
came in a
like-
box.
It looks like something.
This looks like an old man's drink.
That
though.
box
like,
does.
It
yeah.
really does.
The bottle itself seems like something somebody smoking a cigar would be.
Maybe.
Which makes sense because it tastes like cigar.
I guess.
Well,
But-
yeah, it do. It do seem like you must got smoke with this.
Mm-mm. It was aged 12 years, apparently.
It tastes like it.
And it
okay?
tastes like
no,
it.
it tastes like it's. You said it's
What's
slavery. It's slavery.
I taste every day of those 12 years.
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
This is what you drink before you go outside and put the whip to somebody. Like,
This is not right.
Yeah, it shouldn't be funny.
One
but-
of the first whiskeys before they perfected the craft. And, you know, they didn't want to change it up. Wanted to keep it
This is
traditional.
damn near hooch.
This is nasty.
But on the other hand, we have some really delectable brownies that I thought were pretty good. These are made by a Facebook friend. Her name is China. She makes brownies. She makes special brownies. But I didn't get the special brownies. This is just regular old brownies. Nothing special about them, but they are good.
Neato. I don't have anything else to eat, really. I guess I can.
Oh yeah, you can take it before we started. But I give the brownies.
Okay.
I give the brownies a 5.
The brownies are good.
I give the
Brownies are 5,
5 out of
yeah.
5. This is good, and I don't expect anything. Hopefully, later on.
It doesn't taste like anything unless she wanted to surprise, you know.
That would be terrible. But
This would be the third time that happened.
That'd be terrible if that happened.
mm-mm.
But I don't think it's gonna happen.
Fourth time.
I don't taste anything,
That's
so
terrible.
I think we're safe.
I didn't count my mother when I thought about it at first. It would be the fourth time.
All right. Well, how was everybody's week?
My week was cool. I'm volunteering for Light City this week. That's
Oh,
coming
that's
up.
what's up.
Oh, I'm headed there
So-
when we're done here.
Oh yeah, okay. So well, if it's still running because
Don't it start at like 10 something?
Yeah, it closed at
well,
like 10:30.
I take back what I said. I'm going tomorrow.
And I work tomorrow shift. So like basically I'm gonna be working like 4 days this week for Lake City, just like doing some photography for them for their social media.
Oh, so.
And but it's really nice to like I should really go down there and see the sculptures or whatever, because like when Lake City last year, they're like the sculptures are kind of like interactive. So, like when you would get to hop on stuff, you know, light up or
Oh, I
like
think
you
I remember you
know
mentioning that
walk
last
through,
season.
walk through
Yeah.
some of the sculptures and they'll light up and then like.
I went a few years ago, but it was like as things were winding down, so they didn't get the chance to.
Like this is the
been.
third year, so like as each year it progressed, like it gets more popular. So last year they had like parades and it was popular, but I feel like this year is real popular because like when I came to volunteer for the opening night is tonight, but yesterday they had the sculptures out and they like some of them was lit, some of them weren't or whatever, and it was warm because finally spring has broke. We feel like summer.
Next week,
honestly.
right?
It feel
Go
like
down.
summer, honestly.
Next week is gonna go down about
Yeah.
It is. So we're gonna have like 60,
A
mid
little bit of
60s.
spring, yeah.
Yeah. So like it broke and it was so lit downtown. Like so many people was out because it was warm, and like it just made the festival seem a lot more better. Like it just because it was just more people out and interacting.
people
with
Perfect
us.
timing.
Yeah,
with
And
like
they thought
you
of
know,
tire. They pulled
yeah,
it out.
it was a lot of people in there thought attire too. So like
Sundresses.
yeah. So but that's basically what I like was preparing for this week. And then, I also saw that movie A Quiet Place this week.
That
Y'all
was
said
when they can't talk or something like that.
Yeah, it's that scary movie. Yeah, it's supposed to be just a quiet, scary movie, and
Is
I
that what
went
you
to
said?
like it was like a quiet, scary movie.
Was that any good?
It was okay. I've seen better scary movies. It scared me because you know how the whole quiet thing, you know, scary movies get quiet and then, you know, like boom, it scare you or whatever. And then I went to go see it in a Dolby AMC theater, so the chairs were shaking for the vibrations.
Where's
of
that
them.
at?
This is at Columbia.
Oh,
Like they got
I didn't know
Dolby.
they had interactive theaters.
No, it's not interactive. It's just so loud. Your chairs vibrate.
Oh,
Oh,
Like, that's
I thought
how
like
they-
they. Like
I thought you meant like the
No.
chairs would do stuff at certain
No,
points.
like-
That would be neat.
That's what I'm saying. It's so
That's like
loud.
some Disney World type stuff.
Right.
It's just so loud that it vibrates. So like that's what really scared me when I was watching the movies. Is, you know,
That's what
it would
rumbling.
get quiet, and the next thing you know, it's just like boom, and you know, chair shaking with it, and then Yeah, like, and then I felt like I was in the theater, like in the actual movie, because I was so close to the screen.
Oh, you wanted to watch to sit up close, like in front row?
It really wasn't no seats in the back. I bought my ticket like the moment that the previews were on. So like I had the only seats I had to choose from were the first 3 rows. So I sat in the 3rd row, and then they got the recliner chair, so it wasn't that bad. So I reclined back, and I felt like I was in the movie. But it was like, I think that because I had that experience, it made the movie better. Like, if I went to, like, Owens Mills, just randomly just sitting in the theater, I'd probably just be like, oh, this shit whack. But
see, now, personally, whether the part of the movie was scary or not, if I'm reclining and the chair shakes, my life is flashing before my eyes. And I'm thinking I'm going to fall over or something. And it's just like, that's scary enough. It don't even need to be a movie playing. Like, let me just recline and my chair shakes.
And don't you know, like, when you go see a scary movie and you might talk and, geek out while you're watching a movie because they do stupid shit. Like, in this movie, it was so quiet. It was like, you didn't even feel like you could even talk.
Yeah.
Because the whole movie was, like,
so what are you doing,
quiet.
Sign language or something?
Well, the main character, she's deaf.
Oh.
So, like, it's just, the whole thing is, like, it's this creature, they in this apocalyptic type of situation in the year 2020, where, like, some alien creature came
might
on.
Be true. We might be post-apocalyptic in 2020.
Some alien creature came over and, like, they kill whatever makes sound. So, like, everybody adapted to living in a situation where they learn how to speak in sign language, they're quiet, like, it's, like, really deserted, because so many people died from noise, so like.
So did they depict like any people who like actually went insane? Because I think I would go insane.
Like they did show some people go insane. Like they had one scene. They had one scene where like this guy, his wife died, and he just made noise so he can die too because she died. So like,
see, I would be the type, because it would take me a while to get the whole non-verbal communication things down, and somebody doing all these different things, I'd eventually be like, what?
Yeah, and that's how you die, because like it's anything too. Like if you just like, it's just like the smallest sound would kill you.
Where does the creature come from? Because they can't. Shelter doesn't help.
The creature just come out of nowhere. It comes out of nowhere. Like you'll be in a house and it'll break into your house because they hear you.
Is it just one thing, or
no? It's a whole alien type race that then came onto Earth, and basically like whoever is making noise, they kill them.
That's petty.
So, and then it's just like some unrealistic things that happen, like like some unrealistic things that would happen, like stuff that that you can't be quiet doing that they were doing in the movie. And you be like, you can't be quiet doing that, yo.
Right.
Like like, which was challenging, which would get your nerves up because the monster about to come, because you can't be quiet during that particular task. You can't. You gotta be quiet.
How do you quietly take a piss?
I guess you gotta pee in the grass. Like I don't know.
That's what makes sense.
Like
pee in cotton balls.
Like I guess
that's weird.
I guess you gotta pee in the grass, but like I don't know. Like it was just like even cooking, you had to cook quietly. Everything was quiet. Like
how do you cook?
Can't fry no chicken.
No, you can't make no type of noise. Or like if
it's like obviously maybe they bake everything. Like do you only eat bread? Because I can't even, like, what can you bake that wouldn't make sound?
Like, that's what I'm saying, like, it's just, and then, or it was like this other situation
there was no
where
threshold, like, if you get louder than a certain point?
Yeah, so that was one thing, like, if it was, like, natural sound, like a waterfall, or whatever, like, you can make sound as long as you're not over that sound. Like, if you're not louder than a waterfall, you can honestly yell and have a conversation.
Just live near a waterfall.
Because,
right.
So that was a thing, like, you need to
water.
be near something that has a sound that's louder than you, then you'll be fine. But, like, once that sound or that is, you just gotta be, you can't just live in the middle of, and this is where the movie took place, in the middle of nowhere. So like, that's what it was, like, that's what I'm saying. But it was okay movie. I just seen better, and like, I think the next scary movie that I want to see is that Truth or Dare movie.
Yeah, I do want to see that.
So,
that's gonna be pretty
good. Like, they did this concept, and there was another Truth or Dare movie, like, a few years ago. I don't remember it.
I felt when I saw the preview, I felt like it was something that already came out that was like that. Right. But I can't remember. Like
It was like it's the same concept. Like they're playing a game. It's truth or dare, and there's high stakes, and there's some prize or whatever.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what that
Yeah,
was.
but I don't know the name of the movie, and it's just like, oh, but didn't we do this before? Are you the same people just doing the same thing over again? Is this a sequel, a prequel,
a remake?
What?
Yeah, like a remake. Like
Sidebar, am I the only one that feels a slight?
I also
no, I feel like I'm getting hot.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm getting hot.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they was so angry back then, because one little sip of that'll just
beat
it
your way.
just changes stuff. Yeah, like, oh my god.
Yeah, I feel kind of hot.
But
How was your week?
horrible. So besides being sick, I had an issue with the IRS this week
Oh.
because I owed taxes.
Oh.
Which, okay, fine. I had it set up when I filed my taxes that they would take the full balance that I owe yesterday from my account. They took a little more than twice what I owed.
Oh no.
Not even like double charge. They just took more. And I'm like, okay, did I owe way more than I was like thought I owed? Like, what's going on here? Oh no, we see that you didn't owe this much, but we did charge you more than you owed. But we can't. I'm like, so can you give me my money back? Like,
Right, like,
so they're like, oh no, we can't. We don't have the capability to refund it. I'm like, okay, you transfer me to someone who may be able to refund me. Transfer. Next person like, oh no, we can't. As if like there's no button to refund it.
no button.
I'm like, oh. Okay.
So am I getting my money at all? Like,
So yeah, I'm like,
like
so how do I get my money at this point? Like, can you send me a check? They're like, oh, well, we can give you the difference in next year's refund.
oh hell no.
My bills need to be paid this month.
Right, and they're gonna forget about that come next year.
Yeah, so transfer it 7 times. They're like, okay, well, call us back on Tuesday when the payment
Oh, hell
settles.
no.
When the payment settles, and I can't promise we'll be able to refund it then, but I'm like, okay, I'm calling. I'm gonna have a lawyer on the line because at this point, like, but yeah, that's been my week. And
Wait, you said you did call with a lawyer, or you're going to?
I'm
call?
going to
Oh,
on
okay.
Tuesday. So that's
At that point, if they don't do nothing, you just go to whoever. You just go to the IRS building. The first person you see, you just tell them square up.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, I just work here. I don't care. But
Right.
in the midst of all this, like, close friend, basically my godbrother, like, there was a situation where he needed some help for some legal stuff. So I wrote him a check for $300.
Oop.
I told him, like, hey, there's some stuff going on with the IRS. I'm about to call them now, but I may have to stop payment on that check because they screwed me over. He said, okay, let me know. I messaged him on Facebook and let him know everything that's going on. He said, well, you know, I hope everything gets better, blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way. But today, that was 2 days ago. No, because it just happened yesterday. That was yesterday. That's in the message. Here we are today. I don't know if you guys ever let someone borrow money, but people are, anyway. But
Yeah.
I get a message from him today on Facebook. Mind you, I didn't send him any other messages. He had no notifications from me. But just randomly, a message that says, damn. And I'm like, what? And he goes, shaking my head. And I'm like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? So I see he reads my message, but he's not saying anything. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this was my next message. So I end up calling him an hour later. I'm like, are you, like, what's going on? He's like, oh, you know, just taking care of stuff, trying to get this money. And then I'm like, okay, well, what was up with those messages? Mind you, the first time I called, it rung twice and went to voicemail, and you pushed the button on me. Call
You got
back.
that button.
Call back. And you're like, yeah, I'm trying to take care of this money. I'm like, okay, what was up with those messages you sent me? Is everything okay? Yeah, you know, I was just going through the messages again and just rereading it. It just seemed a little crazy to me.
Well, he don't believe you or something?
He doesn't believe me, right?
He asking you for money.
But listen, he didn't even ask me for it. I offered it.
Right, okay.
And now I can't do it because the IRS took my money. And now he did not, like, straightforward. He was not straightforward about saying that I'm lying about it. But clearly that's what you're thinking. Why did you feel the need to go back and reread the messages as if there was some secret info? So I'm like, I'm irritated at this point. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to cut you off because I'm going to cuss you out or cut you off, one or the other. So 10-year friendship down the drain because you don't.
Over some money, yeah.
Over something, it's like the sense of entitlement is just crazy. Like, I'm not obligated to do anything for you financially. You've never let me borrow money, so it's not like I owe you anything. Why do you feel entitled to my income? Like, I offered it at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do it because of some shit that's out of my control.
Right.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a whole.
And he might feel like a little sense of entitlement right there, and then it's making him act that way. But
it's why, because like in his own
he probably
words,
had. Don't you know when somebody told you to give you some money, he had plans. Like that's where he started planning what he was
With
going to do.
my money?
Yeah, like that's what he was. That's what happened. And then when you came in and told him about the IRS thing, he probably was just like, "Damn, yo, now I can't go along with my plans."
It's nothing I can do about that though. Like,
well, did you say you told him you would let him know?
And then I let him know as soon as I got off the phone with the IRS.
Oh,
so it's like,
okay. I thought you said after that you hadn't said anything.
No, as soon as I got off the phone with the IRS, because he had a check that I wrote in his hand, like where he was. I don't want you going to go cash it and it bounces. We both get,
Right.
So, told him what was up. Okay, I hope everything is better. But now, and it just brings me back, because I've let people borrow large sums of money before. And it's like, this just hit me crazy. Like, you feel like you're entitled to my money. Like, I offered this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I'm just agitated with that.
Yeah, certain people you can't really involve yourself financially with.
And it's like, I knew that's what it was because you called me telling me about it before I offered. You're like, man, all this family I'm hitting up, nobody could come out of pocket for even $20, and I got no back for nobody. They're not
The thing is, you can't get mad at people who don't want to give you money when you're the one that needs money. That's kind of like when people be like, yo, you got a dollar? Nah. You ain't got a dollar.
A dollar?
And they got a dollar. That's why you asked me for a
I
dollar.
just recently saw a post on Facebook, too, where it's like, somebody that's down bad, it's like, man, you know that they just ask family for money, because like, man, family ain't shit, can't give you $20. Like, it's not, you're down bad. I cannot help you. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't have it. If they don't have it, and even if they do have it and they don't want to give it to you,
that's their prerogative.
Yeah, like, you cannot get upset with these people.
You can't get upset. You don't have it. Like, you don't have it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that rubbed me the wrong way. I was on fire about that earlier. Like,
yeah, I can imagine. There's always something about, yeah, it's always something about people with that whole. That's a mess. I try not to get involved in stuff like that. I mean, I'm always willing to look out, and if it goes left, then I know where everything stands from that point on. But yeah, but my week was it was up and down. My mom was sick; she had to go to the hospital. She's doing better now, so that's good.
Better now. That's good.
Other than that, it was work, and then today, Jalen had a photo shoot. We went and did the photo shoot. She ended up doing really good. I was proud of her.
Oh, congratulations!
All dolled
Turn around like, yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, so that's about it for me. That's cool. I had a proud boyfriend moment.
Oh, that's sweet.
What's going on with the world? Oh. What is it, Colin Kaepernick?
Oh, we might go ahead and talk about him.
You say might as well not?
I mean, we go ahead and get him our way.
Yeah, so it was news that the Seahawks was trying to bring him in for a practice, and they asked him would he stop kneeling. He said, well, he didn't give him a straight answer. He didn't say yes or no. He didn't confirm or deny. And because of that, they rescinded his offer to come practice or work out with their team. And I just think, like, yo, if you're going, you already know this is what it is. If you're going, you either need to just not even offer him a practice if you think that's going to be an issue, or look past it. Because it's like, at this point, why you keep playing with this situation? Like, it's not.
It's like they're trying to control his views.
Yeah.
Like, it really just feels like they're just trying to control him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just a strong black man for real. He not going to budge. Like, he stand up for what he believes.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it's like they just. They can't tell him what to do on his social media and everything. They just going by what the crowd is saying, keep it out of football. Like, this is football. Mm-hmm. So they want him to keep it out of football. And I don't think it's that big a deal. If he doesn't want to stand for the national anthem, if he feels like this is his time to protest because he doesn't want to stand, it's only a big deal because other people are making it a big deal.
Well,
like,
the thing
honestly.
is, the NFL could have been solved the issue across the board. Like, I was watching some on ESPN. Like, they could easily just say, if you're not going to stand for the anthem, just stay in the tunnel. And when the game starts, come out. And that wouldn't be an issue because you're not forcing anybody to do.
And you know what? People would still protest the NFL.
The fact that they're not standing out there.
Yeah.
Yep. They were like, well, why didn't he come out for the national anthem? They want him to stand for the national anthem.
That's true,
Yeah.
too.
So even if he does not come out and he doesn't conform,
They still going to feel some type of way.
yeah.
I mean.
They're going to have something to say regardless.
Yeah. But it's not, I don't know. It's just weird because it's not mandated in the NFL that they stand for the national anthem. In the NBA, it is. So it's a whole different thing. You can't argue it because you knew what you signed up for. Whereas in the NFL, it's ambiguous. And it's like, how can you get mad at somebody for going along with the rules that you did or didn't set forth?
I guess
Because this is America.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's like a job. It's like basically you just don't try to get your political views in at work. The job, you'll sometimes when you sign your job description, you're making an agreement that you're not going to do certain things because you're representing that company. And I guess like the NFL just wants to be represented as a racist, racist like franchise, honestly, because they want. It's like they're not understanding his whole meaning. They're not understanding why he's doing it. They're continuing to look past it.
And in between time, there's been multiple, issues, incidents where police officers shot more civilians.
Yeah, and that's all he's trying to say. Like that's the whole purpose he's trying to say. And what they're saying is just like keep that out of the NFL. Like that has nothing to do with us.
Right.
But you have black men who work for this company.
Mm-hmm. And it affects them.
Yeah, it affects them.
On the flip side, though, if someone felt as though U.S. troops were being, weren't getting proper treatment, and they didn't want to stand for the national anthem, I feel like it wouldn't be that big a deal.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. It's only because he did it for a cause that was exclusively about black people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it were for veterans who aren't given proper benefits, who aren't given the proper care for their mental health after they come home, they would
make a commercial about it.
There would
be a foundation for it, and that would have been it. Now, granted, they might have still forced them to stop kneeling after they did all that, but at least they would have jumped straight in to do whatever they can for the issue. Now, granted, the NFL did do some type of thing where they're going to donate a certain amount of money, I think, every year to black social things, but that's kind of vague. Like, I don't even really know what all that goes to. But
right.
I don't know. People are gonna protest your protests when it comes to this, because it's like, look at Beyonce when she did the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
People are still talking about that. I know. I no longer like Beyonce. I had a close friend and a coworker, tell me that she no longer likes Beyonce because of the Super. When she
she did
the thing with the Super Bowl.
Beyonce's racist. Is she? You can't elaborate.
She can't be racist, y'all.
First of all, the Black Panthers weren't racist.
Right.
Like, so that's just stupid in and of itself, but I don't know.
It's just because he's black. That's it. That's all it is. It's just because he's black. And
because he's black and he's standing for a black cause.
And it's just that sucks. Like it's 2018.
I don't think that means nothing at this point.
It just don't, it's not. It's like it just makes you feel like you're never going to get out of this like this warp hole that they try to keep putting black people in. That's what it makes you feel like.
It's not even. I can't even say that. It's just like races in general are constantly pitted against each other. Like. There's like the race baited on social media and just like YouTube with these pranks and shit. Oh, I can go on about that shit forever, but it's just like it's constantly pitting people against each other because you're always face fucking your phone. If you look on any video right now on Facebook and you go in the comments, and I do this every time, just because the way, and I say, too. How many comments am I going to scroll down before I see a race-related comment, and it has nothing to do with race.
Yeah.
It's two puppies fighting over a milk bone, and it'll be for the second top comment if it were a black puppy or something. you know that the owners are white because it's like, come on, like.
Yeah.
But
the thing is, though,
too.
I mean, some people really be doing that seriously, and it's just like, come on, yo, it's not that deep. But I think sometimes they be joking.
But it's still race baiting too, because you have
Yeah.
people who are dead ass serious who are gonna jump in the comments either agreeing with what this person said that was stupid,
Right.
or wanting to fight it. And it's like, then you have everybody in that sub comment going
they
at
get
each
sucked
other.
into it.
So it's just like,
And the whole time he was just joking. That's crazy.
I think the last like real big racist debate that I had saw on Facebook was like about veganism and stuff like that.
how did?
I don't
So
know how
it was
that
like, all
relates.
right, so like this lady, she's a black lady. She was trying to like basically say that how some black people that are vegans, they get questions from other black people like, you know, veganism is a white thing. Like they'll say it's a white thing, and it's mainly because our history of us
White people
eating
can't
like
be vegans because they used to be cannibals.
unhealthy, you know, like it's like black people's history is eating unhealthy, you know, soul food.
Veganism
and
is
stuff
a
like
lifestyle.
that. It's
How
a
is it-
lifestyle. So, but it's not like it's not uncommon for me to actually hear someone say something like that because like I have family like Southern family members who like if I went to the house with like some vegan dish or whatever, they're gonna look at me kind of weird like.
You're vegan?
You know, no,
Oh.
I'm just. I mean, but I do eat some vegan stuff sometimes, so because it'd be good. Like, like,
Yeah, I love tofu.
like, so it'd be good sometimes.
I've
like,
seen tofu and I was like,
I've seen tofu.
nah.
I don't know, like when you fry it and
yeah,
you put
it
like
depends on how
General
you cook.
Tso
It
sauce
honestly depends on who cooking the vegan food, though.
But what is it's soy, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Nah.
But like, I'll have somebody like a Southern like aunt or something probably come to me and
Pig
just be
feet,
like,
hog
you know,
mugs.
yeah, that eat stuff like
Collard
that,
greens, yeah.
and then they'll probably look at my plate and probably be like, you know, like you eating that white food,
Yeah.
you know, like you know, eating
yeah,
that
I've
white.
heard that before from
Like
my
you eating
family.
that white food. So like I on Facebook I saw like the girl. She's very defensive. Like she has this whole movement that she does with like vegan lifestyle or whatever, and she was addressing the fact that there are still black people that come to her and say stuff like that. And she tried to make it seem like it's not a white diet. Like veganism is not a white diet. This is a
no.
lifestyle. And then it really brought up a whole big like debate on her status. And it was like white people hopping on there, getting offended, and then it was just like it was just crazy because white people were just like, I'm just sick and tired of you guys making this about race. It's not about that. And it was just like, all right, we're not coming at you. We're coming at black people
For saying
that. Like, and you don't understand because you're not having people from your own race come to you talking down to you about something that you trying to do to better your life. Like that's the whole point that she's bringing it up. It's just like you trying to do something good for yourself, but yet it's still somebody trying to hold you down. Like,
Right.
so
I feel like in certain instances, some people just be so head buried, so in the sand. It's not even in the point of engaging in that thing. It's just like, okay, this is white food. Okay, whatever. Like
Yeah,
I wouldn't even get into the whole no, it's not. This is why it isn't because it's like that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't warrant a response.
But I understand the girl that's posted it though, because she is like an activist for veganism. So her whole point of even like bringing it up was because she wants to bring attention that there are people that do that,
Right.
and she wants that to stop. But like, I guess the white people that were on her status was just like, "Why are you bringing this up?" type thing, and then there was people arguing with them, like, you know, you might like. I mean, it's you shouldn't be bringing it up. I mean, well, you should bring it up, but like, it's not a conversation that you should have frequently because like, it's not that serious. But like, it's something that does have to come about because you want to bring attention to those black people who still eat unhealthy, and like, you want to share some knowledge with them about trying to get a better lifestyle. As far as food, but.
Yeah, but like some people are really closed-minded when it comes
Yeah.
to even food. Like I have friends now, like you grew up in the hood, all you get is fried chicken, spaghetti, noodles and noodles, fries, chicken nuggets. Like it's just you have a limited palate and you refuse to step outside that. I have one friend. Every time we go, I take her anywhere. I will take her to a place where they do not have chicken tenders and fries on the menu, and she will still, do you guys have like chicken tenders and fries? Or any variation of chicken?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, they don't have that. Like, you get this lamb chop, or like get like step outside of your comfort zone. Like, I don't know. And it's like people like that. She's unwilling to try new shit. So, like, I've said to her before, like, oh, maybe when I get older, I might go vegan. Oh, really? Like,
yeah, they'll look
Like,
at you, really?
and she also, so she's like, oh, well, what? You gonna go to like the black family, and they gonna have this, and like.
Yeah, they try to make it a whole like you gonna raise your children like that? You be like sitting there like, what's wrong with this healthy?
I think they think that because once everybody comes together collectively, that's not really gonna be an option. So like if you're a vegan and you go to like Thanksgiving,
Yeah, that's what I say. Like Thanksgiving,
you're gonna basically all you're gonna have is like a thing full of sides, and everybody gonna look at you like you ain't want this chicken. What's wrong with you? I feel like that's probably the only thing. But like on a day-to-day basis, yeah, I don't know. I don't even see why people are so concerned about it. In terms of like what somebody else is eating,
basically, like even like when it comes to like holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas, like the days when you have like the big soul food. I'm not big on soul food, never have been, and my grandmother gives me shit about that.
See,
when you said that in my mind, I was like, what? But I didn't want.
She gives me shit about. I've never cooked soul food. I will cook anything else, but the only time I eat it is Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I eat, but it's like I was like, you know, give me like a little bit of this. I don't want this. I don't want just give me this. You need to eat. Do I? Like I think I'm good. Like
too. Like what? You need some more meat on them bones. Eat, and you sitting there like. And die? Like have a heart attack? Like what are you talking about?
Like how much will we eat at this point? Like.
I have a heart attack? You want me to have diabetes? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I haven't crossed into that whole threshold of that. I be thinking about it like, man, I should start eating healthier. But chicken strips is so good.
See, there you go.
I just had some earlier. I can't knock people that's doing it. It's just I can't take that step yet.
It's hard. Like, listen, I just started a diet this week because I'm trying to lose weight before I go to Punta Cana in August. But it's like after being sick, it's just like, okay, may as well start the diet now.
Yeah.
But it's like carbs are an issue for me. Like my favorite food is chicken pad thai, which is just like rice noodles, chicken, and I'm just like, one serving of that is over 1,000 calories.
Wow.
So it's just
I don't
like
count calories. I just like give me that.
I am now. Like today, I've not eaten any meat today. I'm not gonna eat any meat tomorrow. But
Monday at a time.
Monday evening I'll eat meat. But it's like one day at a time. All I'm eating today is fucking fruit and almonds. And if I see another orange, I'm gonna kick a baby at this point. Like I'm just like I'm only a few days into this diet. It's just like it's so hard. I said we're gonna go to Real Farm. We're gonna go to Real Farms. Like.
No. Then you can't even be around.
Yeah, you can't even be around certain people.
Because somebody brought fried. They didn't even go to Royal Farms. I don't even like Royal Farms. It was like the thought of meat was just like okay, but somebody came in with some fried chicken. I don't know where they went in Hunt Valley to get this round the waist smelling ass chicken, but I'm just like,
it's rough. But when you eat like okay, so like when you go to like. What you eating, like you said, fruit and vegetables, or you said, I don't know if you said vegetables, you said fruit.
Fruit, veggies, and nuts.
Does it make you have to eat more frequently?
Yes.
And that's supposed to happen?
So, no. In my case, like, you know, I'm sat at a desk for most of the day because I
ate one thing of Popeyes today, and I've been good.
I used to be like that. When my metabolism was, like, higher, like, I could eat one big meal and be good for the rest of the day.
That's
now it's like, because I'm at a desk all day, I'm bored.
Yeah, so
I got like okay, let's get a snack. Like so, it's like instead of snacking on stuff that's high in calories, I got my fruit, I got my raw broccoli, I got.
It's better to eat that though than to be snacking on. Junk.
And it's like all day today, all I've taken in is like 500. I've eaten so much fucking fruit and nuts, but I've only taken in like 560 calories. So it's like, okay, let's keep doing this. I can taste oranges now that I said that, but
you can have some more Buchanan's.
Ew.
That's a lot of calories too. Alcohol
is a lot of calories. And
so.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to escape from that. So, especially with the podcast. And
well, you're good.
You know,
you're good. I'm officially overweight, so I'm trying to lose weight, but this is not helping.
Yeah, alcohol isn't good.
I know.
It's a lot of sugar.
I mean your whole thing too. Like I got this thing where I'm like I don't weigh myself but once a month because like
It gets in your head.
it gets in your head.
Yeah.
Like it really get in your head. Like
So I'm only at a listening point at this point. I have no input.
I know, but being a woman, it kind of like that's another thing because it's all everything you see is like always about like your beauty and then like
I did see this thing on
like,
Facebook earlier this week where it was saying how much you should weigh in accordance to your height.
Yeah,
I saw that a couple times
like,
this week. And
I
was
don't
like,
even want to see that chart anymore, but it's like...
You know the chart, though. I seen that chart, too, yeah.
If Jay were here, he could tell you. Like, most of my life, I was really bony. I was really skinny.
Me, too.
I was skinny.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like my metabolism was fast. I never gained weight. And it's like, I wish I could gain weight. I just want to put a little bit of weight so I can, you know... And then it's like I gain weight. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and then you was happy about it. Yeah.
And then I gained too much.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh, okay, let's put this sweatshirt on.
Now you can't stop. And now you can't stop. So it's just like, yeah. And then it's just the pressure. Like I said, it's the pressure of the media, too, because then you got all these women, the skinny women on television. Then you got, like, I know you still see, like, big women and stuff, but it's still not a, like, it's still majority skinny women on television. You got these, every time I go on Facebook, I see this ad for waist trainers. Like, it's usually like, yo, your waist just gotta be small. Like, it's the pressure of just looking good. And then it don't help because sometimes, like, men, like, you know that's what they like because you know what they put their attention towards. So that's another pressure that a lot of women have. So
see, it's the problem with me though. My husband, he likes me the way I am, which is fine. That's wonderful. I don't want to be this size.
Yeah, that's how I feel. My boyfriend is the same way.
He's like, I like you thick.
Yeah,
I don't want to be this size. It's like I'm not on the
you
thick side.
feel it
I'm
too.
on the precipice. Like everything, like this has to go. So it's like, I'm glad you like it, and I love you for it, but it's gonna go. Like
your health change
you
too.
should definitely do it more so for yourself versus
exactly.
trying to, you know.
Like my sinuses, oh my god! Like this summer, my sinuses were terrible. I mean, not summer, this winter. My sinuses were the worst it's ever been in my whole life, and it is contributing to the fact that I'm my heaviest I've ever been in my whole life. So it's just like, all right, I have to lose this weight so that I can go back to being healthy because, like, I cannot live not being able to breathe and hear out of, and like not being able to breathe or hear out of my freaking right ear. You know how many times when I came into the podcast and I had ear infection or whatever last year? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it gets that serious. So it's just like, and I'm not even that big. Like, that's the thing. And it's just like,
yeah.
All right, so I guess I want to get y'all opinions on this in terms of like the media and the look that they push. Do y'all think it's better for society as a whole? Because I see people will have stuff up that'll basically be like, this is the weight or the size you're supposed to be at a certain height, like the chart I was talking about, versus you'll have people being like, it doesn't matter what size you are as long as you're happy with yourself. So do you think it should be more pushed like being healthy or being happy?
I think both.
Because you got some people that'll be like, I'm big and I love the fact that I'm big and don't judge me or don't tell me that I need to be smaller.
I think, okay, so you should always think about your health because you want to be here, right? But at the same time, if you're happy, consider your health, definitely. But if you're happy with the way you are, that's wonderful, you know?
There's the thing, like, you can be big and healthy, though. You can be big and healthy. Like, you don't gotta have diabetes, you just be big. Like
see, the way that I thought it was like, excuse me, some people are naturally larger.
Like, that's what I'm saying, like, you're naturally larger.
But I don't know if I can buy into the big boned thing.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
And that's kind of what some people, but they'll hide behind that when they say I'm just naturally larger. But there are people who are just naturally big because that's just their genetic makeup. But
like, all right,
there are some people who, there are some people who are overweight and they use I'm just big boned or whatever as like the.
I thought that excuse went out with the 90s. Like, big bone is not a thing.
Well, now it's become thick, which that line has become so blurred. I don't know what thick is
thick
anymore.
is, right?
It's because I've seen some what do you call them, SBBWs talking about I'm thick. Like, nah, who told you that?
Yeah.
but I don't try to judge. But it's just like, be real with yourself. Like,
I think it changed. Like, remember when Monique used to go around and she was just like, biggest, beautiful thing, and then all of a
she
sudden,
would joke on the skinny women, yeah.
and she used to joke on all the skinny
But she
women.
lost a lot of weight.
Then all of a sudden she lost weight. You know how? Have you ever went in her comments of like any of like, cause she do videos like I don't know if it's on YouTube or whatever. She used social media a lot actually.
Probably now more than ever.
Like she use it a lot. So like she'll do some of her she work out, post some like her workout tips online and stuff like that. And like it'll be comments on stuff, and it'll be just women like, "I used to like you," like
she started losing weight.
Yeah, I used to like you phony, and they really be cussing her out about it because she used to talk about skinny women all the time and stuff like that. And
it's like people. So prime example of that, Sierra. Like Sierra had a point where she was thick, but Sierra has always Sierra has always had a muscular build, but now more so than ever, she's going towards like more the muscular fit. People in her and I just looked at her page like 2 days ago. People were like, "You like a crackhead," and no, she doesn't. Like, cut it out. Like. It's very extra, and you'll go on their profile and you big beefy McDonald's. Like, don't do that. Like, she's fine. Like, she works out.
I don't understand why people try to get so involved in your life like that. Like, it's just like, I liked you better when you were fat. Like, come on, like, I liked you better when you were fat. It's just people not used to change, and when they see you make drastic changes like that, it's just like, oh, I ain't like you.
And I'm anticipating that because I'm definitely gonna keep working out and keep dieting.
As long as you don't go Wendy Williams. You should be good.
Well, I don't have a Peabody. So.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, what I mean? Like, just don't end up like that, and you should be all right.
I don't know what's going on with Wendy Williams passing out all the time.
She has some illness.
I remember. And that's when she, like, is that when she canceled her show for a while or took a break? Yeah.
I don't remember the name.
Not many people felt sorry for her.
Yeah, that's it. People said that's basically then what she get because she talk about people too much. But I mean, she passing out like. I do feel bad, like she passing out, but I mean, she do talk about people, so
like she having a come to Jesus
moment
over and over.
Like, and that's the same way. Oh, nice segue. Same way people look at Nikki, because she turned her nose up at a lot of people. Yeah, we veered off. But
because I was not about to try to. I didn't even know that was a connection.
She turned her nose up at a lot of people. She shaded a lot of people. And yet here she is now in the hot seat, and I don't think she's taking it very well.
I don't think she is either. I mean, and I like the fact that this is happening to her. Is that bad to say?
Yes and no. I mean, I don't like to see anybody suffer.
I don't think she's suffering. I think she's just full of herself, and now that reality is hitting her, it's hitting her harder than it would hit anybody else.
Yeah, but and it's the thing that really the one thing that stuck out to me the most. You turn your nose up. The Demi Lovato thing, like I look back at that photo like a month ago, and it disgusted me. Like,
what is that?
So, Met Gala 2017, I think it was last year. Demi Lovato has a lot of mental issues. Like I'm
trying to remember who Demi Lovato is.
She wanted a Disney.
Sorry, I'm like way.
She wanted them Disney characters.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
A lot of the Disney.
They got something wrong. With all of them got something wrong.
Yeah, so Demi suffers with like.
It's like some depression stuff. Yeah, right? Like she has
depression. She used to. She has depression. She has bipolar disorder.
Oh yeah.
And she takes medication for it. And she was on was it cocaine or she was taking some drug at some point. Yeah, because it was like fucking up her career. So she's like in recovery she's recovered at this point, but she went to Met Gala, and Nikki was with. One of the designers there is a famous designer whose name escapes me at the moment. But she's there next to the designer, not Michael Kors. That's neither here nor there. But they're taking a photo together, and Demi Lovato like happened to be in the photo. And Nikki's like giving her the stank look, like, what? Why are you of all people? Like, and Demi felt like she was hurt by it, like. Because you turn your nose up at me, like, you're so much better than me, and, like, what are you doing over here? Like, the likes of you, And I'm just like, and this is, like, right before everything fell out with the Cardi thing. I'm like, oh, well, you do think you're so much better than other people, so here we go. It's just like a repeat of the Lil' Kim stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Lil' Kim was.
It's just distasteful, like the way she acting. Like
she just acts like a teenager to me, like, and it's just like, yo, grow up. Like, ain't she like 30 something? Like, what are you doing with yourself?
Like 34, but it's.
I don't know. I just think that I think it's cool that Cardi B is coming up the way she is because it basically, like you said, it puts Nicki in the hot seat. Like, yo, are you as talented or are you not as talented? Because here you are, somebody else is creeping up on your thing. Like, granted, we was talking about that it shouldn't just be a monolith of one female artist at a time, but she makes it that way. She always tries to, like, when somebody else is coming up, she tries to push them down, or she tries to say how high up she is over top of the people that's coming up.
She puts a diss
So
out,
she-
like a little blurb in a song.
Yeah. So even though it shouldn't be that way, she facilitates that. So now the fact that she's been challenged, I guess, or not being, I think she had a whole fit, from what I heard on Twitter, that Cardi B didn't basically bow down to her for whatever that whole thing was.
What it was Quavo came to her and asked her to do motorsport with him. And at the time it was just him, you know, he let her know when they met up, like, yeah, the guys are going to be on here too. But I wanted to let you know, like, I might bring Cardi into it too. Is that okay? So Nicki's like, well, I gave my blessing. I said, yes, okay. But
As if that was necessary.
right.
But
Right.
so Cardi, I guess, heard Nicki's original verse, and it originally said, if Cardi the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi. But apparently Cardi did not want Nicki to say her name in her verse, even though it was like, you know, giving her some props. She's like, I don't want her to say my name at all. So she changed it to say, if Quavo the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi. That made Nicki feel away. And then when it, like, she
Well,
said...
if she didn't want to change it, she didn't have to change it, I was saying.
So she changed it, and then, you know, Cardi's first interview out of that song, she said something about, well, she changed her verse. I don't know why she changed her verse. And that upset Nicki. She's like, you know why I changed it. You wanted me to change it.
Mm.
But it's like, at the end of the day, even if Cardi is in on some elaborate scheme to make you seem like the bad guy, what happened with Lil' Kim was, you know, like...
And every other female artist that's out, that came out and did something around the same time she was doing something. It just looks bad for her at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Whether or not she's actually being truthful or not, that's how I feel. Like, I don't know. I'm just over her.
Do y'all think it's just like a New York female rapper thing? Like,
I
all
don't
of
think
these
it is.
women are from New York.
I don't think it's a New York
like,
female rapper thing. I think it's a New York rapper thing. Because we talked about this in the last podcast, too. People from New York, they always wanted to be the top rapper. And they would basically beef with everybody else who was from New York or whatever. And that's where Atlanta came up. In the midst of all that, Atlanta came up all together, basically united, and was like, this is what we are now. But I also think it has something to do with, you know, the cattiness of, you know, I guess, female interaction.
like, because all of these women, for real, everybody we mentioned is from New York. And it's just like, you know, Lil' Kim, Cardi, Remy, everybody's from New York. And they all kind of have this thing where it's just like they gotta be number one.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Jocelyn from? She tried to throw her little diss in there.
I know it was just short-lived because... Yeah,
Can she even speak English?
Hold up. Did y'all,
barely.
did y'all see that LeChat
I saw
put
something
out
about
a
that.
disc on Cardi?
I saw something. I ain't
That
listened
was
to it,
okay. So I saw. I don't know if you're talking about the same thing I'm talking about, but that wasn't the real LeChat. Like,
Huh.
Oh, was it?
I don't know what LeChat looks
rotund,
like,
dark-skinned
so.
woman saying that she stole chicken head and da-da-da. That wasn't LeChat. She was just...
I mean, that's not even worth pointing
I'm
out.
a comedian. I'm just a comedian. I'm just trying to get laughs. It wasn't funny. Like, you portrayed it as if you were LeChat. I don't know what you were getting at. You called Cardi ugly and all this stuff as if you had the room to, but...
Because I heard like a song. Like, is that...
I did not hear the song. No.
I actually heard...
I saw like the chick
hear
that
the
went on
song. I saw a
camera
picture.
and like...
Yeah.
No, I actually heard the song. She did it on one of her old beats or whatever.
No,
and like,
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, and then it was her flow. It sounded like LeChat. Like, it was like...
Oh, wow.
It was LeChat.
But I'm also, I like the fact that she did that because I'm getting sick of people kind of referring to 3-6 hits right now. Like, it's just like, come on now. Like, it's too many. I feel like it's too many songs coming out right now that's using 3-6 as the catalyst whereas 3-6 was. I mean, it was mainstream, but like people didn't like them in the industry when it was out.
Yeah, they didn't really like them like that. I think what happened was when they won that Oscar, like everything freaking changed. When they won that Oscar for Hustle and Flow, like everything changed. Because before then, it was like nobody really fucked with 3-6. It was always underground. It was just always an underground thing, and nobody really fucked with it. And then when they did the Hustle and Flow song or whatever, and then they got a reality show after that. They had like
I remember that stupid ass.
Yeah, like after that, it was just like they was on, and then like Juicy J is basically the only one that's really like doing something good. Like DJ Paul, like he still make beats and everything, but like Juicy J is still like the main one because I think what happened was him actually signing with Wiz and stuff kind of helped him or whatever.
Wait, DJ Paul did?
No, not DJ Paul.
Juicy J.
Juicy J.
Oh, okay.
Like working with Wiz kind of helped him stay relevant or whatever. But like, I feel like I don't know why everybody's trying to put these references to 3-6 songs though. I don't understand. Like I don't like even Cardi with the what's that song that Bicket Head or whatever. Like
which is supposedly why LeChat is upset.
Yeah.
I mean I like 3-6, so I mean it's refreshing. I think they're doing 3-6 references more justice than, and I might be, I might take some heat for this, but I don't like that new Drake song.
The what?
The new Drake song.
Which one?
Oh,
the no being nice or something.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Why don't you like it?
I don't like it because I don't like the Lauryn Hill sample.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like it did it an
sample,
injustice.
yeah.
I don't like the way that sounds. Now the song itself might be cool if it was on a different beat, but I don't like that.
I don't like the sample. I think they did too much with the sample.
Yeah, it was extra.
Yeah, I think they did too much with the sample, but I mean, I like the song because I like the message in the song.
The message is good.
Yeah,
they could have did it to any other beat and it'd have been cool. I just don't like the fact that they used that. I just didn't like it. And because they did it, I just don't like the song as a whole.
I like the video.
I didn't watch the video. I still haven't seen the video for the other song you made, which apparently everybody loved.
What, God's Plan?
Yeah,
I like that video too.
I didn't see it. So
Drake is just the shit with the videos,
That's
y'all.
the one where he like was giving money.
Yeah, he's just the shit with the videos.
I like Drake. I just don't like that new song. Just for that reason alone.
I like the video for what I don't know the name of the song, the Nice Things or whatever.
Yeah.
I like the video because it just had so many cameos of like women.
Oh, okay.
And,
I have to watch
all
the
of the
video.
celebrity
I haven't watched
women.
a lot of videos.
I don't really watch
like
music
the
videos.
latest video I've seen is
I only catch Drake videos, honestly.
Like I've seen the what's that song? 21 Shelby Drive looking. I've seen that, and I've seen that.
I'm getting old. That's just must be what it is.
That Lil Dicky and Chris Brown. Like that's the only two recent songs that I've seen videos for.
Well, speaking of videos.
Oh yeah.
The next segue, I guess.
Oh yeah.
I'll let you go ahead and bring that one in.
So, either yesterday or today, there was a video that was going around on Facebook of a guy whose ex-girlfriend or side chick, is unconfirmed, went live on her brother's phone, apparently after going live on her own profile, and blasting the ex and his new, I don't know, his main chick, I don't know the full details, but he kills her with what appears to be a rifle on live. And that is the reasoning was just so stupid. You kill someone over a live video, not something that's done in a live video. Anything that's said in a live video does not warrant you then killing them on live because, quote, everybody want to go viral. You want to be Facebook famous? You can be Facebook famous today. Like,
he just got some mental issues.
something was wrong. Like, I wish I could pull this video up on my phone's over there, but it was just so crazy. Like, he's just pacing back and forth. Just, I guess, waiting for his opportunity to come in and make his little, like, one-liner that he said at the end. But yeah, this would be the perfect time to, like, have something.
Yeah,
in the video.
like, on the TV.
But it was so cold and disconnected, like, the way he carried it out, like.
What did she? Because I mean, I think you said she was talking about his family in the first video, right?
I'm not. So it's some of the things she said, like apologizing to people. It sounds like she may have referenced his family and him and some other chick in the video because she's apologizing to all these different people.
Nah, that's crazy. Like I don't think that there's no justification for that.
No.
Like that's wild. I know we was talking about the thing not last week, but whatever, with the dude with the 6 kids. But that's
totally different.
Yeah.
Like nothing she said on this live video was worth you taking her life.
Yeah. No.
On live, like it's just wild. Like
whoever the main chick was really like he didn't want her to find out anything, honestly, because like the way that he acted or reacted to the whole situation, like he knew that she was out of his life.
You can't have either of them. Yeah, you're going to jail for the rest of your life.
That's probably why he don't give a fuck. Like that's probably why, because he's just like, yo, I can't even have nobody. Like my life over.
Move on. Like it's like nothing.
Yeah.
I cannot.
That's how you know he got a mental problem, because like he feels as though like his life is over. He literally killed this girl because it's just like I don't understand how you rationalize that. Like you wanna go viral. You want to go viral?
Right, like
I'm gonna show you how. What?
I wish I would have. And it's not like it would have made a difference, but I wish I would have seen what she posted, because I'm trying to understand what could she have said.
She probably deleted it too, like
probably. But she said that her account got deleted or blocked. So
right.
But it's like, what could she have said?
I'm sure it'll come out.
This is 2 things back to back, because the previous week that one chick shot that dude. So like
accidentally. That was accidentally.
Yeah.
She shot him accidentally on live or whatever. And is that Matt? Did they ever say if he was dead or alive?
No, I mean he's still alive. They say I think he is recovering. He didn't die, as far as I know. But yeah, I mean, I think it just speaks to a bigger issue in terms of
gun
just
violence,
people, not even gun violence, just like you said, mental health. Like people just not. I don't know how
to deal with stuff. I mean, people don't know how to communicate no more.
Yeah.
And it's really like we going to the extremes of just going and killing people on live for everyone to see. Like,
I mean, you're just killing her, period. Even if it wasn't.
Even if it wasn't. It's like, are you even capable of rational thought? If you can think that anything that she said, even if she said something about my mama, okay, so you're gonna kill her? Like, I don't understand. Like, he really was putting the shots in her and cocking the damn thing back to put another bullet in the chamber every time. So it's like, you thought this out as you were pacing the floor, saying what you were saying to her, and you had to go through the actual motions. I don't understand. Like, it's insane. It's complete insanity to me. That's why what you say, it has to be a mental health.
You can just keep pulling and pulling and pulling.
Like
you see what the first shot did, you're going to pull another bullet
because
into the
she
chamber.
was quiet after that first shot, so he just kept putting bullets in her. Like, he shot her like a good 5 or 6 times, and it's like,
he went red. That motherfucker went red.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He went red because
close range with a fucking rifle. Like,
but I think because Lonnie, I guess last week she had posted something on Facebook about black men and violence against black women, or murder toward black women, and the conversation didn't really progress because it just got caught at the beginning about semantics, and it just stayed there. But I think it is a big deal in terms of the culture itself. I don't want to narrow it down to just black culture, because there's people of every race that assault and murder the women of their particular race. So I just think it has something to do with for one, mental instability is one, and it may be like the male superiority complex or something. I mean I can't rationalize it because I would never be able to do anything like that, but
people just think that like they gotta get over the stigma of they feeling like going to go get help makes you look crazy. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't go for help because they feel like they're going to be judged about getting help.
By who?
I don't know.
People around them, or like the person they're going to see?
I don't know. Like, I just feel like, I remember I had a friend who, like, his mom passed away. And then he would, like, constantly tell me that, He like, I feel like I need to go to therapy. I feel like I need to go to therapy. And I would encourage him to go because I'd be like, if you really feel like you need to, you should go.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to think I'm crazy. I'm like, no, I don't think you're crazy. Like, people are worried about what other people think of them.
It looks more crazy to know you have a problem and not deal with it versus...
On the flip side of that same thought, right? And this is like growing up around this stupid shit. Like that hood mentality of, oh, you just going to let them do that?
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, that's stop snitching, all that. You just gonna let them. There are people who have killed other people over, oh, you just gonna let him fuck your baby mother? Oh, you just gonna let your talk to you like that? Oh, you just gonna let your step on your shoe? Like, stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that could have just been like, oh, whatever. But in this
hating.
case, it could have just been, oh, you just gonna let her play with you like that on live?
Mm-hmm.
Man, fuck no. It's just like... Where does the rationality come in?
I think it just comes from, you know, like just people wanting to be extra tough. And it's just like, instead of, it's like a revenge thing, but it's also like, I don't know, maybe like a sensitivity thing. Like somebody presses a button, especially if you got people in your ear basically kind of instigating, like, yo, you just gonna let that go down like that, and then you might not even want to do anything yourself off instinct, but now you got something to prove to the person that just kind of egged the whole situation on. And it's just, I think we got to deal with, like, the mentality of the entire situation. Like, nobody should be in your ear like, oh, you should just going to let that happen or whatever. Like, there's very few circumstances that I could think that I would think that, like, you can't just, that can't ride.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but not even to the point where it's like, that person got to die. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just like, I don't know.
He had the wrong people in his ear, probably, or he had
nobody in his ear.
Or he had nobody. Like he was rationalizing it with himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was just thinking about it too long. Like, because when did she post that first live video?
I think you said all this happened in a matter of like 2 days, right?
I'm not sure. I cannot find her live video.
Because if she posted that live video like a day before, and he sat and went to sleep to it, and literally just let that whole shit run, and then never spoke to the main chick, like was just like, oh my god, like yo. He probably like went up to that girl and was like, "You better go apologize to like
and it didn't
family."
He made her do all this, and it made no difference at the end of the day. You made her apologize. You made her go live and apologize and do all that shit, and it still meant nothing because you were going to kill her regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I
don't know
where
if
did the wires
for sure if he was going to kill her.
I thought that too
Like
because he kept pacing.
He was pacing. He probably was just like thinking like. And then, like, he really did psych himself to do it. Like, he probably was just like...
And I think that's what those shots that he kept shooting...
He was like, I might as well make sure you did now.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I mean, like, before he even shot her, like, he shot once out the door into the neighborhood. And he's like, yeah, well, call the cops. I don't give a fuck. I'm waiting for him to get here. Mm-hmm. Then he shot 4 more times outside.
He probably like, they about to come anyway because I'm already shooting.
Right. So they're going to be on their way.
Right.
So.
Then it's like... After that, that's when he came in, and it's like abruptly, like right after shooting those 4 rounds out the door, he came in and then shot her like 5 or 6 times.
He was preparing himself.
So yeah, he was amping himself up with all that pacing back and forth and shooting out the door.
Did she not react to him shooting outside?
She had zero reaction to that shit, and that was weird.
Like he must have been shooting outside before.
And
like
that's what I'm like. Like either you're used to him doing, he's clearly unstable. You're used to him doing shit like this.
Yeah, because there's no way somebody's gonna be shooting around me that I'm not expecting to be shooting.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna be like, oh well.
She wasn't crying. She had no reaction to this. Like, no reaction.
He must have been like somebody that used to always talk shit and then like never back it up, and like.
Or this is some shit she's used to. Like. Either
it
way.
Could go either way. Like, yeah. Like.
If she was a side chick, that's way too much stress to be somebody's side chick.
Right,
yeah.
Like, you could just go be somebody else's side chick.
Yeah.
That's not as insane. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not advocating it, but if that's your role and you can easily go find...
But see, that side chick mentality, once you in there and you competing with the main chick, you know, then...
Yeah, but I don't think they should do it.
She
at the risk of their own
think
lives.
it was gonna be that serious.
Anybody, I mean, you know, most people.
You could tell she didn't.
Yeah, she didn't think it was gonna be that serious.
Because she had no reaction to the first shot. She didn't really react to the 4 shots before he turned towards her. Besides just like peeking to see what he was doing. It wasn't until he came towards her with the gun, you know, ready to shoot her, that she reacted to it. And she didn't really have much time to react because she said,
Yeah.
she said something about what are you doing on like no Chaz, whatever the fuck his name was, before he put the bullets in her.
Wow.
So it's like he's either already unstable.
Again, these are things that somebody should be able to notice.
Yeah.
You can't not notice it if somebody's shooting and you're not reacting. You know that this is kind of how this person operates at that
Personally,
point.
after he shot the first time out the window,
She should have got
out
up
the
and got
front
out of
door.
there.
I'm going out the back door.
Right.
Like I'm.
But the fact that she sat there calm and he's outside shooting means that she knows that this is probably the type of
Man,
person.
I would have been
that
on
this
live
person
with
is.
y'all. Somebody call a police show.
Like, it was.
But I'm not
stupid to
blaming
me.
her because I mean, obviously she's it's not right.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
She was on live
Yeah, I
with
know
one
what you're
phone,
dealing
and she
with.
had another phone. You could hear the other phone, like, because it was on speaker, and she's on the phone with her aunt or her mother or someone, and they're telling her, like, what's going on? Like, you need to do, like, giving her advice. She should have this man has a gun, like, something.
She would have told
But-
somebody.
And it's like, she reminds me of someone I know.
mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say any names this time, but she reminds me of somebody I know. And it's like, this person that she was with, like, she was used to him, like, with this crazy shit that he did. But he's another one of the types that would abuse a woman and put a woman through all this, but would not do this shit to another man. Like,
Yeah, that's usually how it is.
as and it's like, it reminded me of him and her, like that video. The whole time I was thinking about them, and I'm like, this could be them in this situation, But
I just feel like, people as a whole, men especially, have to do better in terms of how they interact with women, how they treat women. Whether she was a side chick or not, she ain't deserve to die. Like
over anything she said on live.
no. So it's like, it is. I just think that it speaks to a larger issue, but there's so many different factors that you could say it has to do with that you can't zero it in on one thing. But at the end of the day, the dude was wrong, and people who think like that are wrong. That's just my 2 cents.
But if you find the video, there'll be people that he knows saying, free my nigga such and such.
Yeah, and I hate that. I hate that so much.
Yeah.
Like, if you know that whoever it is that did whatever is
Yo, it was on
clearly
live, and
wrong,
everybody saw that shit.
Right.
You still trying to free
ain't
his
no
ass.
free nobody. Like, they know what they
Nah.
did. They got themselves caught up. But I seen another video, something close to, well, not close to it, but it looked like it was a situation where a woman was throwing stuff at this car and throwing stuff, trying to break the windows in the car and just vandalize the car. And some kind of way she ended up behind the car, and the car backed up and ran her over.
Damn.
And
Well,
She shouldn't have been throwing shit.
yeah, that's.
Alright,
I mean,
look at that.
it's a different situation, but like, you don't want to get ran over.
Right.
Don't attack cars, but that's a
that's
whole
like,
different-
I don't know if you guys heard of the 2 young ladies. It was a mother and her daughter. Like, people ran up into their home and killed them, like, shot them dead. This
on
was
Facebook Live.
no, not on Facebook Live. This was in Baltimore, but
Oh wow.
it was maybe like 2 weeks ago, and it's been all
Oh,
over
I
Facebook.
Did they
remember
say
I
the
seen
motive
something like that,
or
yeah.
anything?
I
Like,
don't know if they've been robbed or what, but one of my Facebook friends are like, that's his friend or something, and he posted like, free my nigga, blah blah blah, and people are like, free your friend for killing,
killing,
running up into
right.
somebody's house and killing an innocent daughter and mother, like,
Nah,
free
I
your
can't
man.
stand people like that.
Man, no, nobody knows the whole story.
Nah,
it does not
yo,
matter
it
what the
don't
whole
matter what the
story
fucking
is. What do you
story is.
mean?
you went and killed the fucking people.
And he wanted to argue this, and I'm just reading all the comments. Nobody's on his side.
Yeah, no.
But-
Like,
and
and
it's
that
just-
might be the issue. Like, people don't hold other people accountable for their actions.
No.
That's an issue right there. I mean,
Like,
in and
yeah,
of
I know he
itself.
killed him, but man, free my nigga Ray Ray.
Right, just because that's
What?
your man's. But no, it's like, if he did something crazy,
Yeah,
they got to deal
yeah.
with what comes with it, and people don't want to accept that. So,
And it's that
It's because they know the
mentality.
person personally. That's the thing. That,
Yeah,
that
but-
gets in the
but
way.
the thing about, well, maybe just me, and I would think people would think, like, if I know somebody personally and I know they did something stupid,
You hold them
I'm gonna be
accountable.
the first one to hold
Yeah.
them accountable.
You
Like, yo,
hold
what
them
are you
accountable.
doing? Like, I'm not going to
That's a real friend, you
Right.
know. Like, you still want to tell them when they wrong.
Right.
And that's the thing. That
People who really care about other people will let
Yeah.
them know beforehand, like, yo, that's stupid. Don't do that.
Yeah.
So I don't have to say free you after you get locked
Yeah.
up.
And it's like what is it? Murder Inc. Baltimore, that page.
Didn't
on
they close
Instagram.
that? They shut that
They
down.
they made another page.
Oh, man, true.
But
yeah, it's that
as we knew they would.
Yeah.
But before they made their new page, they last summer put up a post where these two guys from North Avenue, like they were friends, like they grew up together. One of them got his life together. He had money coming in. The other one still on the block. The one that's still on the block, they were at his mother's house. The guy on the straight and steady. And they're like, hey, Ma, we're going to the store real quick. They walk outside. The mother walks out onto the steps or something. And she witnesses the other friend pull out a gun and shoot her son dead. And this story goes up, and he's tormented the mother after that. Like, he would pull up next to her in traffic and, like, do little gestures and shit. Like, basically, if you snitch, she never went to police about it. Well, she went to police eventually, but she was afraid to go to police for a full year because he kept threatening her. He had, what was your reason for killing him? But people in the comments, man, free my man, such and such, man, free you, to holler, yelling, free you today, free you. And it's like eventually even the admin of the page commented and you say, you know what, I swear to God. This is what they say. They say, I swear to God, if I get killed by somebody and a post go up with that person picture and people comment, free yo, I'm haunting everybody that comments that.
Right.
Because are you serious? And it's like, I'm reading this until I saw the comment. I'm reading this like, what?
That's not one of them situations where the system is against you. And
he was just a jealous motherfucker. That's just not right.
As much as I hate to say it, like, the system is designed to target black people. But there are some black people that, whether it's targeting you or not, you asked for it, and you should get exactly what you got coming to you because you asked for it with the stupid decisions that you made, and nobody should feel sorry for you. It's not like the police shot you dead because you ran a red light or something crazy like that. It's like you out here doing these things to destroy people's lives, take people's lives, and destroy the lives around them. The system is designed by, if it was a perfect system, you would still be in jail and you would still be dealing with the things that you did, and you deserve it. Like, I don't feel sorry for people who do these type of things and they get what they get, because it's like, you asked for it.
You got what's coming.
All right. I mean, I don't know. It's just, but
it just makes you think like that. Like, how, it's the hood mentality. Like, how can you even get somebody to even agree to even say free my nigga? Like, what in the world? Like, how? Like,
even like when my brother was locked up, he did something that you did something that warrants you getting locked up.
But you always got that one friend, but like, no, yo, and it wasn't even. You gotta know the other side of the story about why he even did it. Like, no, yo, you murdered somebody.
You were wrong.
Like,
it's to the point where I have friends of friends. Like, there was a friend that I went to high school with, and we all had mutual friends together. Okay, he ended up molesting one of my friend's daughters.
Nope.
And two other friends are posting on Facebook, man, free, blah, blah, blah. Man, free, yo, man, we miss you, free. You guys have daughters, too.
Right.
Like, I'm lost.
They probably believe his side.
No, man, he just need help.
No, what? No, yo.
Until he molests one of your daughters.
Right.
Like,
Now,
would you keep your daughter around?
I will say, though, the disparity is a white person can probably do the same thing and get help. He won't go to jail, per se, as quickly, which is an issue, a whole separate issue, because they all should go to jail. Yeah. But there's certain people that get let off for the same things, and that's the disparity within the system. But I do think they should go to jail, but I think all of them should go to jail. There shouldn't be no loopholes. There shouldn't be some people that don't go.
In this case, I feel like the person in question, like, he didn't go to jail long enough. He went to jail for maybe 2 months, and he's
2 months?
So he got off easy too.
Right. You can't even get t-shirts made that fast.
like, so it's like
no, but
that's
yeah, that's an entirely different topic.
Yeah. For next week maybe. Let's go ahead and get these shots out of the way.
I'm going.
That's what I'm not pouring. Well, like, this isn't even.
We didn't
pour.
even get through our whole first time.
This ain't pour. You shake this out.
Yeah.
But yeah. This is the Busy Doing Nothing podcast. We are right in the middle of the conversation. I'm your host, Mr. Freemans. To my left, I have
Taylor, aka Doc. To my left, I have
Lee. I have to pee.
Leah have to pee. Make sure y'all go to www.bdnpodcast.com. Get your tickets for the season 2 90s party. They are posted there. Early bird tickets. There's still some early bird tickets available, so get those. They're only $5. Make sure you go to www.docscastmedia.com. Get your read-ups and news, blogs, all the good reads. Make sure you go to www.freemindsclothing.com. Get your gear, hats, shirts, things like that. And did you ever do your Twitch?
No.
Okay.
We'll revisit it next week.
Okay, cool. So until then, everybody be safe, ceasefire, and yeah, cups up.
Go to Light City.
Oh yeah, Light City. Yeah.
Yeah.